In a previous video, we talked about the development of PV anomalies. Positive PV anomalies are the result of both a positive vorticity anomaly and a positive static stability anomaly. And so in this video, what we want to talk about is, so what? So what if we get a positive PV anomaly? What does that mean for the atmosphere? And so obviously, if we have a positive PV anomaly, which means is a result of a positive vorticity anomaly and a positive static stability anomaly, our positive vorticity anomaly is a cyclonic anomaly. And so if we have this cyclonic anomaly associated with our positive PV, that means our positive PV anomaly is associated with cyclonic rotation, or can even induce cyclonic circulation when it reaches a new area. And it doesn't do this only at the location of the positive PV anomaly, but it can influence a depth of the atmosphere. And so it turns out that we can define our influence depth, H, as the quantity F times L over N, where F is our typical Coriolis parameter, L is the depth or characteristic length, of the anomaly, and N is the Brunt-Väisälä frequency. And so we can see that H varies with the scale of the PV anomaly, and inversely with the static stability, which is related to our Brunt-Väisälä frequency. And so what this means is that if we have a stronger PV anomaly, it will be more influential in the atmosphere. Additionally, if we have lower static stability, that will make it easier to influence throughout the depth of the atmosphere. And so what we're really talking about here is when we have this idea of a positive PV anomaly, which if we're looking at a 250 hectopascal surface and we see higher values of PV on that surface than surrounding it, we know that then area is associated with a positive vorticity anomaly or a cyclonic circulation. That cyclonic circulation then can influence the depth of the atmosphere to generate cyclonic circulation. And if we generate cyclonic circulation, then we're talking about parts of the life cycle of a mid-latitude cyclone. So this idea of our PV anomaly influencing a depth of the atmosphere is a very important one that we will continue to discuss when we look at cross-sections of the atmosphere relative to this idea of a PV anomaly, as well as the life cycle of our mid-latitude cyclones.